Hey guys, so today I am just doing a basic, platform, a base of icing for my cookie to then later go on and do the design after it is dried. I have my different icings, meaning I have the same colors, but I have my thicker outline royal icing and then my flood royal icing that is a little bit thinner. And to make it thinner, you add more water, but do add it slowly, okay? So here we're just going to start. You can start wherever you wish. I do like to start at an edge. It's very, very handy too to have a turntable. I have found, you of course, well, here we go. Okay, so I just went and wiped that off and I'm starting over. Whenever it clumps like that, you can either wipe it off on a paper towel and squeeze it, you know, whatever's easiest for you. Here we go. When you have curved edges, you want to be aware of that. You want to follow the edge of the cookie. I also want to note that sometimes when you're using icing bags, let me stop real quick, it can not flow or come out correctly. And so what I do is I find my line right here on the bag and I make sure that that's up like this. And when it is like that, I do find that the icing will come out without trying to overlap. And here in a minute, I will go back and fix that. And I'm just slowly, so that my hand's steady and I'm doing a straight line, I'm actually using my other hand, my left hand, to rotate the turntable. So I'm allowing the turntable to do this for me, and I'm just barely squeezing my icing bag. And you want to do your outline first so that then when you go to flood, your flood does not run over. Okay? Alright, this actually isn't that big of a deal because you can see in a moment when I go to do the flood that I can hide that. But just for the purpose of this today, you'll see. And I'm going to scoot that out a little bit because that was not, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, guys. What can I say? Alright, so this icing bag has a larger opening that is cut than the other one, as you can see. So I do like to start wherever the first place is that I started with the outline. I'm going to go around, this is just my preference, with this first, the very thicker, more liquid icing, around the edge that I did before, but on the inside of that edge, and I'll show you why in a moment. This will make your lines seamless, so you won't actually see this exterior outside line here. Okay? And then you can just fill in. And I always go through and I'm touching this other side so that it doesn't dry and it'll be smooth and set all together. You don't want it to be like uneven or already dried on one side. I've also found that doing it when you do have a larger hole or your flood icing, you can tend to get little air bubbles. And so going like this, the way that I'm doing it in a little bit of a circle, helps to pop any of those air bubbles as it comes out. Okay, so this is actually pretty much set and come together very evenly. But what I do, and you got to be careful with this, is I'll pick it up and I'll hit it against my palm or my arm, and look, there you go. If you do see any air bubbles, like right here I see a little itty bitty tiny one, you can take your scribe or a toothpick, whatever's easiest for you. While this is still wet, you want to do this because you don't want these to sit up. You want it to all go back down and be flush and smooth. And if it doesn't automatically smooth out like this one is, you can just again tap it. And if another bubble comes up, that's completely normal. Just go back and do the same thing. And there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Get inspired. Have a great day.